The year is 298 after Aegon's conquest. The place is King's Landing, the capital of Westeros. King Robert has just died in a hunting accident, and the Lannisters are running the country from the royal court in the Red Keep. In Secret Spider, players are members of the Small Council and will attempt to keep the fragile Lannister rule in place and protect it from rebellions and upheavals. Watch out, though. There are secret council members among you who are illoyal towards the Lannisters. And one of them is Varys, the Spider, whose intrigues can throw Westeros into chaos. At the beginning of the game, each player is secretly assigned to one of three roles: Lannister, Disloyal, or Varys. The Lannisters win by securing the king's peace 5 times and saving Westeros from a rebellion, or by killing Varys. The Disloyals win by stirring up 6 dances of dragons, wreaking havoc on Westeros, or if Varys is elected Hand of the King after 3 dances of dragons have taken place. But even Lannister players might be tempted to stir up a dance of dragons in order to gain new powers and exercise them. At the beginning of the game, all players have to close their eyes. All Disloyals who are not Varys should open their eyes and acknowledge one another. Varys keeps his eyes closed but puts his thumb out in a thumbs-up gesture. The Disloyals now know who Varys is, but he does not know them. Now the game can start. Secret Spider is played in rounds. Each round is divided into 3 phases, called the Succession, the Westeros phase, and the King's Power. At the beginning of a new round, the King card moves clockwise to the next player, who is the new king. The king chooses a player he wants to nominate as Hand of the King by passing the Hand of the King card, but only legitimate players may be nominated. Legitimacy is further explained in the rulebook. Players may then choose whether they like those 2 players becoming king and hand or not. This is done by either placing an approval or a rejection card on the table. If king and hand are rejected, the king card moves clockwise to the next player. If the group rejects 3 kings and hands in a row, Westeros is thrown into chaos. If a majority of players approve of the king and the hand, Phase 2 can then begin. During the Westeros phase, the king and his hand work together secretly to decide whether the country stays peaceful or whether a rebellion, a dance of dragons, will be stirred up. The king draws the top 3 Westeros cards and secretly looks at them. These cards show either the king's peace or a dance with dragons. He discards one of them face down into the discard pile and gives the remaining 2 cards to the Hand of the King. The hand looks at both cards, also discards one face down, and then reveals the remaining card to all the players at the table. Depending on what card it is, King's Peace or Dance of Dragons, it has to be placed on the corresponding track on the game board. Whenever a Dance of Dragons card is revealed, the king might receive a new power that he must exercise immediately. He could, for example, torture a player to find out whether they are a Lannister or a Disloyal. He can appoint a bastard king, allowing a fellow player to become the next king outside of the regular order. He can also execute a player if he thinks they are Varys. You can find more detailed explanations about royal powers in the rulebook. The game can end in 4 possible ways. 1. The 5th King's Peace card is revealed. Peace is secured in Westeros and the Lannisters win. 2. Varys is killed. After the 4th and 5th Dance of Dragons, the king can execute a player. If that player is Varys, the Lannisters win. 3. The 6th Dance of Dragons card is revealed. The rule of the Lannisters is broken, and a new age dawns on Westeros. The disloyals have won. 4. Varys is chosen as Hand of the King after at least 3 Dances of Dragons have taken place. The disloyals win, and the Lannisters are overthrown. Treason and intrigue, lies and deceptions. They're all necessary to win a game of Secret Spider, for only those who have mastery of the Game of Thrones will survive.